يا من أجبت دعاء نوح فانتصر وحملته في فلكك المشحون، يا من أحال النار حول خليله روحا وريحانا بقولك كوني.
إن الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back for a few words. Sha'ban, day 22. With just a few more days left for Ramadan. One of the things that we discussed was the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how we recalibrate our lifestyle according to the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the mention was made of suhoor, when we wake up in the middle of the night and we have some food and we have some snacks just to refresh ourselves for the next day, as Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned that there is great blessing in it. And as part of the Sunnah, what we have to understand is the same thing applies at the time of iftaar. Now, when we are eating iftaar, when we are breaking our fast, the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the spirit of Ramadan is to actually withhold food and drink from the body to the extent that the body feels a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that the soul feels the connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And often what we go against the spirit of Ramadan, the spirit of fasting, the spirit of siyam, which is to overindulge. At the time of iftar, we have lavish food laid out in front of us of different dishes which we would not normally have outside of the month of Ramadan. This, what happens, increases our consumption levels, and when it increases our consumption levels, our expenditure is increased, and when our expenditure increases, overall throughout the entire Muslim world, the markets are manipulated, prices rise, that for even the ordinary people on the street or the people who are at the lower levels of society, they find it difficult to actually buy food at normal prices. This manipulation of the market, this overconsumption is what happens basically all because of the way we think, our psychology at the time of fasting and breaking our fast. So if we can break from that mold, and if we can go back to the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, think about how the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam and how the Sahaba, with what basic food they broke their fast, and what the spirit of fasting entirely was, and what they did not just for one day or two, throughout the entire month of Ramadan. And the time of feasting and the time of celebrating, that was the day of Eid, not every single day through Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give me and you the tawfiq that we decrease our levels of consumption. And this decreasing levels of consumption is the minimalistic lifestyle that we lead according to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq that we practice upon this and we reduce our consumption through Ramadan. Something that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he himself promoted, living a minimalistic life, just as the rest of the Sahaba. They themselves had lots of wealth, they themselves had lots of money, but they didn't lavishly spend it upon themselves and spend it upon their own bellies, upon their own stomachs. They distributed the sadaqah, they distributed their wealth amongst other people, and this is what Ramadan is about. Rather than increasing the consumption within oneself, we become selfless and we dedicate our money, our wealth, and we feed the hungry and we feed the starving. We feed those who are incapable of breaking their fast. This is the spirit of Ramadan. And for every single person that we help break their fast, we help with water or with dates or with whatever basic food, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not only reward them for their difficulty of fasting, but He will reward us for giving them the ability to fast properly and then break that fast. This is the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we can get back to that lifestyle, then overall throughout the entire world, this consumption level that we have gone to unpredictably at the levels that we have, inshallah, it will help not only the Muslim ummah, it will help the non-Muslims, it will help the planet as a whole. For this is what is destroying our planet, overconsumption of everything. May Allah give us tawfiq. Jazakumullahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
يا من أجبت دعاء نوح فانتصر وحملته في فلك